ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to talk about something that is at the heart of every success story, every breakthrough, every moment of growth. It's something that holds the key to unlocking the next level in your life, but it also happens to be the one thing that most people avoid. It's that feeling of discomfort, that feeling of uncertainty, the feeling of pushing beyond the familiar, the safe, the easy. And yet, this discomfort, this very thing that most people fear, is exactly what you need to embrace if you want to achieve greatness. It's time to leave your comfort zone. You see, your comfort zone is a trap. It feels safe, but it's nothing more than a prison that holds you back from achieving your full potential. Inside your comfort zone, everything feels predictable, everything feels stable. But stability is the enemy of growth. If you stay within the confines of what's comfortable, you'll never experience the kind of breakthroughs that are possible when you step into the unknown. Think about the most successful people, or the people you admire. They didn't get to where they are by staying in their comfort zone. They got there by taking risks, by stepping into the unknown, by embracing discomfort. And it wasn't easy. It was hard. It was painful. But they pushed through. They didn't let fear control them. They didn't let self-doubt stop them. They didn't let failure hold them back. They took action, and they achieved success. Now, I know that leaving your comfort zone is not easy. It's scary. It's uncomfortable. It requires you to take risks, to face the unknown, and to challenge everything you've ever known. But that's exactly why it's necessary. Because growth doesn't happen when things are easy. Growth happens when you challenge yourself, when you push yourself beyond your limits, when you stretch yourself into uncharted territory. And let me tell you something, nothing great ever comes from staying where you are. Nothing. If you want to change your life, if you want to see a transformation in your results, if you want to experience something different, you have to step outside of your comfort zone. You have to challenge yourself in ways that make you uncomfortable. You have to take risks. You have to be willing to fail, because failure is a part of success. If you're not failing, it means you're not pushing yourself hard enough. But here's the thing, you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to face these challenges on your own. There are people around you who are willing to support you, to encourage you, to help you along the way. You don't have to be afraid of taking that first step, because you don't have to take it alone. And that's the power of leaving your comfort zone. It's about knowing that you have the strength to move forward, knowing that you are capable of handling what comes next, and knowing that the only way to grow is to take that leap of faith into the unknown. Your comfort zone is not where your dreams are. Your dreams are in the unknown, in the uncomfortable, in the places that scare you. The sooner you realize this, the sooner you can break free from the self-imposed limitations that are holding you back. When you step outside of your comfort zone, you open yourself up to opportunities you never even imagined. You start to see possibilities that were once invisible to you. You start to believe in yourself in a whole new way. You begin to realize that you are capable of so much more than you ever thought possible. But it all starts with that first step. The first step is always the hardest. It's the moment when your fear is the loudest, when your mind is filled with doubts and what ifs, when every fiber of your being wants to retreat back into safety. But let me tell you something, it's in those moments when the fear is at its peak that you are the closest to your breakthrough. Because growth is never comfortable. It's never easy, but it's always worth it. And that's why you have to step out of your comfort zone, because only then will you begin to see the transformation you've been waiting for. Now, I want you to think about the things in your life that you've been avoiding, the things that scare you, the things that make you feel uncertain, the things that you've convinced yourself are too hard, too risky, or too uncomfortable. I want you to think about those things, because those are the exact things that will help you grow. Those are the things that will push you to your next level. Those are the things that, when you finally face them, will open doors you never thought possible. Understand this, the only limits in your life are the ones you place on yourself. If you continue to tell yourself that you can't do something, that you're not good enough, or that it's too hard, then that's exactly what will happen. But if you challenge those beliefs, if you push yourself to do the things that scare you, if you take action even when you're not sure what the outcome will be, that's when the magic happens. That's when you begin to see the results that you've been dreaming of. It's important to remember that stepping out of your comfort zone isn't about taking giant leaps all at once. It's about making small, consistent steps. It's about pushing yourself just a little bit further every day. The key is consistency. When you consistently challenge yourself, when you consistently take action, even when it's uncomfortable, that's when you start to see massive growth. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about doing something every single day, no matter how small, to move you closer to the person you want to become. And here's the thing, you don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know exactly how everything is going to work out. You don't have to have a clear path ahead of you. All you need is the courage to take that first step. Once you take that first step, the path will reveal itself. The opportunities will present themselves. And you'll find that you are far more capable than you ever thought possible. But it all starts with the decision to leave your comfort zone. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. It's not. There will be days when you feel like giving up, days when you question whether it's worth it. But I want you to remember that those days are a part of the process. Those days are the days that will shape you into the person you need to be, because growth doesn't come from doing what's easy. Growth comes from doing what's hard. Growth comes from facing your fears, from overcoming the obstacles in your path, from proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. There is greatness within you, but greatness does not come from staying where you are. Greatness comes from stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing the things that scare you. It comes from challenging yourself to be better, to do better, to live better, to live better. It comes from having the courage to leave behind what's familiar and embrace the unknown. So today, I challenge you. I challenge you to take that first step. I challenge you to stop waiting for the perfect moment, to stop waiting for the right conditions, and to just take action. I challenge you to leave your comfort zone behind and step into the life you've always dreamed of. Because the moment you make that decision, the moment you choose to take action, that's when everything begins to change. That's when your true potential will be unlocked. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to leave your comfort zone. It's time to step into the unknown, to embrace discomfort, to face your fears head on. Because that's where the magic happens. That's where your growth, your success, and your future are waiting. And the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the courage to take that first step. So what are you waiting for? The time is now. The comfort zone is a trap. The speech emphasizes that staying within the comfort zone may feel safe, but it holds you back from achieving your full potential. Growth and breakthroughs happen only when you step outside what's familiar and comfortable. It stresses the importance of embracing discomfort as a catalyst for growth. Stepping into the unknown and taking risks, though challenging, is essential for personal development and achieving success. The speech encourages breaking free from the comfort zone with small, consistent steps rather than expecting instant results. Incremental progress leads to long-term growth and success. The speech addresses the common fears and doubts that arise when stepping outside one's comfort zone. It emphasizes that these feelings are natural and part of the growth process, and they should not be seen as obstacles but as stepping stones. The first step in leaving the comfort zone is the most difficult, but it is also the most crucial. Once you take that leap, the path forward becomes clearer and opportunities for growth and success unfold. The speech inspires action and encourages people to trust in their ability to handle challenges as they arise. The comfort zone, while it may feel like a place of safety and security, is actually a trap. It's a place where growth stagnates, where potential goes untapped, and where the fear of failure keeps us tethered to the familiar. It's easy to become comfortable, to enjoy the routine, to relish the predictability of life. But when we stay within these boundaries, we limit our ability to truly experience life in its fullness. The comfort zone is the silent enemy of growth. It disguises itself as a place of peace, but in reality, it's a place where dreams die. Think about it. The comfort zone feels safe because it's familiar. We know what to expect. Every day is a repeat of the one before, and there's no uncertainty to navigate. But while it's comfortable, it's also constricting. It's like wearing clothes that are too tight, though they may fit for a time. They don't allow for any movement, and eventually they become suffocating. This is what the comfort zone does to our personal development. It holds us back. It tells us that we don't need to push any further, that we can settle where we are, and that we should just be content with the status quo. However, true progress, true success doesn't come from staying in the same place. Growth requires us to push beyond our limitations, to venture into the unknown, to leave behind the comfort and take risks. The comfort zone lulls us into a false sense of security, convincing us that there's no need to go beyond the boundaries we've set for ourselves. But the truth is, without challenge, without discomfort, there can be no growth. When you remain inside the comfort zone, you're essentially playing it safe. You avoid the unknown, you shield yourself from risk, and you sidestep failure. But growth is all about venturing into areas where failure is possible. It's about learning to embrace the discomfort that comes with pushing your limits. The most successful people, those who achieve the extraordinary, are not the ones who play it safe. They're the ones who break free from their comfort zones and face the unknown head-on. Think about some of the greatest achievements in history. Think about the pioneers, the visionaries, and the innovators who have shaped the world we live in today. They didn't stay in their comfort zones. They didn't stay where things were easy and predictable. They took risks. They failed. They got up. They tried again. And through their persistence and courage, they changed the world. They broke free from the comfort zone. For example, consider the tech industry. The leaders in this space, the ones who built companies that revolutionized how we live and work, didn't stay within the confines of what was already established. They saw opportunities in places where others saw uncertainty. They took risks when everyone else was hesitant. They faced failure, sometimes repeatedly, but they refused to be defeated. And because they embraced the discomfort of uncertainty and risk, they were able to create the future we live in today. But here's the hard truth: staying in your comfort zone is easier. It's easier to avoid failure, it's easier to stick with what you know, and it's easier to resist change. The comfort zone offers that, but it also offers stagnation. It offers the status quo. It offers complacency. If you want to make a real impact, if you want to create a life that's different from what you've always known, you have to be willing to step out of the comfort zone. The moment you leave the comfort zone, you open up a world of possibilities, you take the first step into the unknown, and that's where the magic happens. That's where the growth occurs. Stepping out of the comfort zone is where you truly begin to learn, to evolve, and to become the person you're capable of being. You can't grow if you're always in the same place. You can't expand if you're constantly holding yourself back. Leaving the comfort zone doesn't mean you have to take giant leaps or make drastic changes overnight. It means pushing yourself little by little to do things that make you uncomfortable. It means trying new things, taking on new challenges, and saying yes to opportunities that may scare you. It means putting yourself out there, even if you're not sure of the outcome. And through it all, it means embracing the possibility of failure, because failure is not the end, it's a part of the process. When you leave the comfort zone, you'll face moments of fear. You'll feel doubt creeping in. You'll question whether you're making the right decision, whether the risk is worth it. But those moments are the moments when you're growing the most. Those are the moments when you're pushing yourself to become something greater. The fear and the uncertainty are the signs that you're on the right path. They're the signals that you're breaking through the barriers that have been holding you back. And here's something crucial to remember: leaving the comfort zone doesn't mean you'll never face challenges or setbacks. It doesn't mean everything will be smooth sailing once you take that first step. In fact, stepping out of the comfort zone often brings greater challenges, greater obstacles, and greater hurdles. But these challenges are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. They are opportunities for you to build resilience, to learn, and to become stronger. It's easy to get comfortable with mediocrity, to accept the ordinary, to settle for what's familiar, but that's not how success is built. Success is built by those who dare to do things differently. Success is built by those who push the boundaries of what's possible, who step outside their comfort zones and take on the world. If you want to achieve greatness, if you want to make a difference, you can't be afraid to leave your comfort zone behind. There will be days when you'll want to retreat back into the safety of what you know. There will be moments when you'll question whether it's worth it, when you'll wonder if it's easier to just give up and go back to what's comfortable. But I urge you, don't fall for it. Don't fall for the trap of comfort. Don't let fear hold you back, because comfort is the enemy of progress. The journey outside the comfort zone is not always easy. It's not always smooth, but it's always worth it, because it's in that discomfort that you'll discover your true potential. It's in those moments of fear, doubt, and uncertainty that you'll realize just how strong, capable, and resilient you truly are. So today, I want you to make a decision. I want you to make a commitment to yourself. I want you to step outside your comfort zone. Take that leap of faith, embrace the discomfort, face the fear, and do it anyway. Because that's where the magic happens. That's where the growth happens. And that's where you'll find the success, the happiness, and the fulfillment that you've been looking for. Remember, the comfort zone is a trap. It's a place where your potential goes to die. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to be willing to step outside of it. You have to take risks. You have to face challenges. And you have to keep going, no matter how difficult it may seem, because only then will you unlock the person you were meant to be, and only then will you experience the life you were meant to live. Growth is a natural and essential part of life, but it does not happen by accident. It is not something that just appears or falls into place while you're standing still. No, growth comes from movement, from pushing yourself, from stepping outside of your comfort zone, and from embracing the discomfort that accompanies any real transformation. The truth is, you cannot grow without discomfort. Discomfort is the fertile ground where growth takes root. It's the pressure that helps shape diamonds. It's the friction that turns rough stones into smooth, polished gems. Without discomfort, there can be no growth. Without challenging yourself, pushing through the pain, and overcoming the obstacles, you won't develop the resilience and strength that are needed to reach your true potential. Think about it for a moment. When you look back at the moments in your life that shaped you the most, were they moments of ease and relaxation, or were they moments of struggle, of challenge, of overcoming the odds? The truth is that the most significant moments of growth happen when you are pushed to your limits, when you feel the pressure mounting and wonder if you can keep going. It is in those moments of discomfort that you discover your true strength. It is in those moments that you learn just how much you are capable of. But here's the catch: most people run from discomfort. They avoid it. They do everything they can to keep life easy, to stay within the boundaries of their comfort zone. But in doing so, they unknowingly prevent themselves from reaching their full potential. Discomfort comes in many forms. It could be physical, like pushing your body to run that extra mile or lifting a weight that feels just too heavy. It could be emotional, like confronting your deepest fears or facing rejection or dealing with the aftermath of a failure. It could be mental, like overcoming self-doubt, pushing through limiting beliefs, or challenging the negative thoughts that constantly tell you you're not good enough or this is too hard. No matter what shape it takes, discomfort is an inevitable part of life, and it's something you need to learn to embrace if you want to grow. Now, embracing discomfort doesn't mean seeking out suffering or intentionally putting yourself in harmful situations. It means learning to face those uncomfortable challenges that push you to become better. It means doing the things that scare you, even when your mind tells you to stop. It means recognizing that discomfort is a sign of progress, not a reason to quit. You see, discomfort is a teacher. It's a signal that you are stepping into new territory, that you are breaking old patterns, and that you are expanding beyond the limitations you once placed on yourself. When we are in the midst of discomfort, we often resist it. We want to run away, to make it stop, to go back to the safety of the familiar. But growth doesn't happen in the comfort of the familiar. It happens when you break free from what's easy, when you step into the unknown and allow yourself to face the discomfort head-on. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Every time you push through discomfort, you break through another layer of limitation. You move closer to the person you are meant to be. Think about how physical growth happens. When you want to get stronger, you have to lift heavier weights. You have to challenge your muscles beyond their current capacity. At first, it's uncomfortable. It's painful. But as you continue to lift, your muscles adapt. They get stronger. And over time, you begin to see the results of your efforts. The same principle applies to every area of your life. Whether it's your career, your relationships, your mental or emotional health, growth happens when you push through discomfort. When you face the pain and continue moving forward, despite how tough it feels in the moment, that's when real transformation takes place. But here's the important thing to remember: discomfort is temporary. The pain of the moment will pass. The discomfort you feel when you're pushing yourself to do something new or difficult is not permanent. What is permanent, however, is the growth that comes as a result of facing that discomfort. The growth you experience is what will last. The discomfort is just a small, temporary phase on the journey to your future success, and it's worth every bit of effort. Many people want instant results. They want things to be easy, fast, and comfortable. But true growth takes time. It requires consistency. It requires dedication. It requires embracing the uncomfortable moments, knowing that they are leading you to a higher version of yourself. It requires having the courage to step outside of what you know and into a place where you can stretch, challenge, and redefine your limits. There's a powerful lesson in how athletes train. A runner doesn't become faster by running only within their comfort zone. They push themselves to run harder, longer, faster, even when it feels exhausting. They face the discomfort of their body telling them to stop, but they keep going, knowing that the pain will eventually lead to improved performance. The discomfort is part of the process. It's the same in every area of life. Whether you're working toward a career goal, trying to build stronger relationships, or simply working on personal growth, discomfort is the key that unlocks your potential. The more you embrace it, the stronger you become and the closer you get to achieving your goals. But we need to reframe how we think about discomfort. It's not a bad thing. It's not something to be feared or avoided. Discomfort is actually a sign that you are on the right path. It's a sign that you're challenging yourself to go beyond what you've known, that you're not staying stagnant. It's a sign that you're moving forward, that you're evolving, and that you're becoming the person you were meant to be. Discomfort is a necessary part of the journey. The more you embrace it, the more resilient you become. The more you push through it, the more you realize just how capable you truly are. Think about the most successful people in the world, the athletes, the business leaders, the innovators. They didn't get to where they are by staying comfortable. They didn't get to where they are by avoiding the hard work, the pain, the setbacks, and the failures. They got to where they are because they embraced the discomfort. They faced challenges head on and they grew through them. They understood that discomfort wasn't something to fear, it was something to welcome because it was a sign that they were on the path to success. As you move forward in your own life, I challenge you to embrace discomfort, not as an obstacle, but as a signal of growth. Every time you feel that resistance, every time you feel the discomfort of pushing past your limits, remember that this is where the magic happens. This is where growth takes place. And on the other side of that discomfort is the person you are meant to become, the life you are meant to live. So don't shy away from discomfort. Run toward it. Step into it with confidence, knowing that it is the gateway to your future success. The journey to success is not often about taking giant leaps. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment to take a huge step forward. It is about the small, consistent actions that you take day in and day out. The power of these small actions is often underestimated. In a world that promotes instant gratification and quick results, the true magic lies in the small, seemingly insignificant steps that accumulate over time. Success is built upon the consistency of those small efforts. The results, while not immediate, are exponential when compounded over time. Small, consistent actions are the building blocks of success. They are the foundation upon which extraordinary achievements are made. It's easy to be tempted by the allure of overnight success, but the reality is that long-lasting success is rarely achieved without persistent daily effort. Just like when you plant a seed, it takes time to grow. You don't see the plant sprouting immediately, but if you continue to water it, nurture it, and give it the proper care, over time, it will flourish. The same principle applies to your dreams and goals. The more you feed them with consistent effort, the more they will grow. In life, we often see people who have achieved great things and think that they were somehow lucky or that they were able to bypass all the hard work. We forget that behind every success story is a series of small, incremental actions that led to the desired result. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to the willingness to do the small things consistently, even when they don't seem to matter in the moment. Think about the habits you form. Every habit, whether it's positive or negative, is created through small, repeated actions. You may not notice the effects right away, but over time, those habits start to shape your life. If you consistently practice gratitude, for example, over time, you'll notice a shift in your mindset and your perspective on life. If you consistently take care of your physical health, eating nutritious foods, and exercising regularly, your body will transform. The same principle applies to your professional and personal life. Small actions repeated consistently will compound and eventually lead to the results you desire. The key to success lies not in waiting for the big breakthrough, but in showing up every day, even when it seems like progress is slow. People often give up too soon because they don't see the immediate results. But success doesn't work on a timetable. It works on consistency. It works when you commit to taking action every single day, no matter how small. Whether it's one extra phone call, one more hour of work, or one small act of kindness, those seemingly small efforts add up to something much larger over time. Many people believe that they must make a massive change in order to see results, but that's not true. The key is in the small shifts, the minor adjustments that add up over time. You don't need to revolutionize your entire life in one day. Instead, focus on making small, manageable changes. When you consistently take small actions, you build momentum. you start to see progress, and that progress fuels your motivation. It becomes easier to keep going because you see that your efforts are paying off. And even when you encounter setbacks, the foundation you've built through those consistent actions will help you weather the storm. This idea of small, consistent actions is often demonstrated in the world of fitness. People who embark on a fitness journey often want immediate results. They want to lose weight quickly or get stronger right away. But the true transformation happens when they show up every day, no matter how they feel. It's the small, consistent workouts, the consistent healthy meals, the small victories that lead to long-term results. Success in fitness is not about doing a massive workout one day and then taking the next week off. It's about showing up every single day, pushing yourself just a little bit more each time, and knowing that over time, those small efforts will lead to remarkable results. The same principle applies to personal and professional growth. You don't need to make dramatic changes overnight, but if you show up every day and put in the effort, the results will follow. It might not be obvious at first, but over time, you'll start to notice the impact of your consistent actions. You might not see the full transformation for a while, but trust that every small effort is contributing to your overall progress. As you continue to show up and do the work, you'll realize that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. The small actions you take every day, even when they feel insignificant, will shape the life you want to create. Another important factor in small, consistent actions is the power of discipline. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Discipline is what allows you to take the small steps every day, regardless of the circumstances. It's what keeps you moving forward, even when things are tough. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but true growth happens when you stay disciplined during the tough times. Discipline is the foundation that allows you to keep taking those small actions, even when you don't see immediate results. Without discipline, the small actions will be inconsistent and you won't build the momentum you need to achieve your goals. One of the most powerful aspects of small, consistent actions is that they create a ripple effect. When you consistently show up and take action, you inspire others to do the same. Your commitment to your goals can serve as a model for those around you. People are watching, and when they see you putting in the work, even when it's hard, it encourages them to do the same. Small actions have the power to create a positive impact, not just in your life, but in the lives of others as well. The ripple effect of your actions can extend far beyond what you can see in the present moment. It's also important to remember that small actions don't have to be grand or perfect. Perfectionism can be paralyzing, but the truth is, small actions don't need to be perfect. They just need to be consistent. It's about showing up every day and putting in the effort, even if it's not flawless. The fear of not doing things perfectly can hold us back from taking any action at all. But the truth is, it's the imperfect actions that lead to progress. If you wait for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions, you'll never start. But if you take small steps, even if they're imperfect, you'll be on your way to achieving something great. The principle of small, consistent actions leading to big results is also deeply tied to patience. It's easy to get frustrated when you don't see immediate results, but patience is key. The world is full of stories of people who stayed consistent, who kept showing up every day, and who eventually reaped the rewards of their hard work. Their success wasn't the result of a single grand action, but of countless small actions taken over time. They didn't give up when they didn't see immediate results, and that persistence paid off. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect strategy. They got there by consistently taking action, no matter how small. In the end, small, consistent actions are the secret to lasting success. The key is to make progress every single day, even if that progress is just a tiny step forward. Those small steps, when compounded over time, lead to massive results. If you commit to taking consistent action every day, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. The road to success may not always be fast, but it will be steady. It will be built on the foundation of small, consistent efforts, and over time, those efforts will lead you to a life of accomplishment and fulfillment. Success is not an event, it's a process. And that process is made up of countless small, consistent actions.